Greetings, fellow slinging agents in the wild. It's your trusted handler, Brian. Welcome me back to the show as we present yet another installment of our homebrew scenario, Acquired Taste. First up before the shoutouts, this time I got a shill, and not for coin. I'm shilling for people. As all you listeners know, my fellow hard slingers of yore and myself play this game for two reasons. Number one, the fun of it, and two, the entertainment it brings all of you. And I'd like to think that the scenarios we create and bring to the pod waves are of high quality. I hear from plenty of the listeners, that's you guys, that you really enjoy what we're putting out. So I ask that you tell your friends about us. Tell others about us. You see a post asking about a Delta Green actual play podcast to listen to? Let them know we're out there. Remember, this is not just our show, it's our show. Yes, you, all of you, are part of this show. Let's be seen, let's be heard, let's be out there. Now, the shoutouts. From Realms of the Unknown, who says, epic combat this episode. The ninja drop off the catwalk could have went so bad. You know, I half expected it to myself, but I also know how the whole season plays out, as well as the epilogue. Next we have from Henry Anderson, my man just doesn't let us down, who says, thank you guys, great as always. Again, thank you, Henry. Love it when you write in. And I really appreciate each and every one of you listeners out there, especially those who write in. I check the email daily. I check the comments daily. So if you want to get in touch with the show, drop me an email at rolledhard20podcast@gmail.com or leave me a comment over on our YouTube channel at rolledhard20. Oh, by the way, it looks like I managed to get the show up over on YouTube podcasts, so that's just one more place we can be found. All right, enough said, enough shilling. Let's warm up our dice and top off our glass as Rolled Hard 20 presents Episode 5 of our homebrewed scenario, Acquired Taste. Go ahead, Sammy.
Yeah, way to go, Bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've noticed that the use of a scrub brush decreases back acne.
Yeah, you don't want your wife to have that. I agree. No, I was just going through my notes. So the child that was Jules Kincaid was, it seemed like, harboring the spirit of Cedric Dalka, which said was the favored son or something of Doran Dalka, who's the antiques dealer that had both contact with Mr. Collins as well as Owen Kincaid. And now, what was his, not Elmer, what's the kid's name?
Ernest?
Ernest was the first child in the picture that was gone, and he had some sort of rare disease or something.
He came down with
catching up.
Yeah, he came down with some kind of an illness that was obviously life-threatening. And so Owen had gone to visit Dalka. He had been tracking him this whole time. And as he does, that's what he does for a living. And he propositioned him. He said, hey, if you heal my son, I'll never hunt you or your kind ever again. I'll let you go. And according to Owen, Dalka said no. And he came up with a counter proposal, which Owen declined. And he told you that what Doran wanted was Owen's wife. And he said no. At that point, he went back home and did what he could do, but all he could really do is watch his boy die.
Yeah. So, this is probably for after action. Did he stake his own son?
Who?
Owen.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
Yeah, okay. We'll figure that out. Okay, because...
Very well then.
And then we got to go back
I'm going to let you discover everything. And in time, actually, you'll know it all.
Well, everyone tells me I'm a know-it-all, so I at least should
I
back it
knew
up with
it.
that. All right,
I
let's
saw
do
that
this,
meme.
boys.
It had like that lady that's screaming at the cat, and she's yelling at
That's just most women nowadays.
Yeah, she's yelling at DiCaprio, and he's holding that thing. He's got that smug look, and she's like,
Yeah.
"I'm leaving you." He's all, "Because I'm a know-it-all," and she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I knew it."
Well, you that old joke, right? About there's a store, and it says
husband
it's
store.
a husband store.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I love that one. Yeah. I just read that to the woman.
Did you know that one, right?
No, I was hoping you'd continue, or we could just
Okay.
play the game.
Right. Well, we can play the game, or I can spend another 2 minutes telling you this joke.
Let's play the game, and then you could send us an email
Got it.
with the GIF of it,
Right.
All right, well, let's play the game then.
because you got to read it. Okay, go on.
All right.
I'll allow it.
Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to World Hard 20. It is I, your trusted handler, Brian, and with me, my hard slingers of yore.
Yeah, got me
Yeah.
some
Look at that
trading
sour
cards.
face because I wouldn't let him say the stupid story.
Go ahead, tell the joke.
Episode 5 of our homebrew scenario, Acquired Taste. Currently, you're on the phone with Heisenberg, who just informed you that Michael Collins is wanted in the disappearance of his wife, Beatrice. Do you have any other questions, Agent?
No, we're good.
Out.
Kind of a weird request here, each. If you didn't hear, we're supposed to take the body of our special and bring it with us.
Okay.
So I think we should box it up, and then we're going to set fire to this whole place to make sure that there are no remains. We'll take our detective here, and well, we need to reassemble this guy as best we can, and make it kind of look like he wasn't killed when his entire torso was ripped from his body. I'm not sure how that's going to go down, but I think if we just put it on top of it and douse it with the... See, the accelerant's going to be an issue, but fuck it. They can figure it out. Is there anything of... Are there any gas cans in there? I'm thinking not, but maybe we can figure something out.
This whole place is like a giant metal warehouse. There's just some defunct machinery down on the floor. Even up in the office, all that was up there was a desk, a chair, and a light. For all intents and purposes, it kind of looks like this place was just a holding place.
Well, you can always drive the police car that, well, I guess Detective Kershaw didn't drive here. The kid brought him here. Does Owen have a car out front?
There was nothing out front.
Well,
Anything
I
out
guess there's
back?
nothing we can do. Oh, yeah, let's check the back.
Okay. You go out back and you don't see anything there either.
Well, he did run. Okay.
Well, setting fire to this whole place is compromised quite a bit without a car or gas or anything else to set fire to. This is just a giant metal shell. This is a problem.
Was that right?
I was going to say, at a game, when he returned home and heard the bolo, because he was on foot at that point when he saw the entire block cordoned off at his house, he wasn't going to get in his car and take off. He hoofed it, and the only place he knew to hoof it was this place.
But how did the detective get here?
Well, the kid brought him.
Yeah, I guess the kid did bring him.
That's what I was thinking, too. I'm like, let's use the cop car. Wait a minute.
Well, he's
I
probably
was
about
hoping that there
30
was
pounds
something
lighter
more
with
to
no freaking torso, so...
Well, I think the kid's the first solution, or the first issue. Are there any kind of boxes, duffel bags that the Owen Kincaid might have grabbed when he left that we could put the head in one and the rest in another thing? How old's the kid again? 13, so that's a pretty big kid.
Yeah, he's, he was 5 foot, I think 5'7", 130 pounds, 135 pounds, I think is what it said.
Yeah, you know why he died? He had no heart.
So he did have a heart, just had a hole in it.
Yeah, there's no duffel bag up in the office. Remember, he said that he left his weapons behind. So whatever he was carrying, he ditched it someplace.
Boxes, anything.
Make a luck roll.
Well, I hope the warehouse does have a box, maybe for ingoing mail. 12.
12? You do see that there's a box that has some old machinist tools, probably to maintain one of the floor machines, wrenches and stuff. It's probably a box that's about 3 feet by 2 feet by a foot and a half high.
Well, enough for a head. I think the main concern is to keep these things separated, and we need to figure out a way to, like, we don't want to just be, is there any, this body didn't like burn up or start to atrophy or turn to ash, right?
No.
And there's no blood coming out, right?
No, there's no blood coming out of it at all.
Okay, well then
Makes
that's
it easier.
good. We can just throw that in the trunk and put the head in the box, and then put the stake in the fucking hole in the chest, and we'll just fucking take off my silver St. Christopher medallion and put it on him and just get fucking.
Do you do that? Do you have one of those?
I don't have any silver on me.
Okay.
If I did, they'd be bullets, right? It does. So yeah. But yeah, we'll keep the head separate. We'll put the stake in the area where the heart is,
Okay.
and I guess we'll just. Is there any kind of linens or wrapping or?
Yeah, he had some
Parchment.
kind of like a linen thing around his lower torso, like below his waist.
Who?
The boy.
Are there any tarps or canvases around the warehouse?
Make a luck roll.
Roll, Tone. Luck roll.
Right. 11.
11. You do see that there is a tarp over one of the machines. Probably be useful enough to wrap the body up with.
All right, I'll grab that. We'll wrap the body, try to bring the knees up to the chest to make it as conveniently small as possible so it doesn't look like a body in a tarp. You know?
Yeah. I mean, we could dissect more.
Yeah, but yeah. We don't have anything to cut with. Oh, yes, we do
my
have a
sanity's
sharp
already
jack
really
blade.
Oh yeah, we have lots to cut with. Don't worry. But let's wrap it up and put it in the trunk.
Right, let's do that. And then we got to figure out how we're going to set fire to this place. Do any of the machines have an oil sump in them? They run with a thing of oil at the bottom.
We'll say they do.
Yeah, and we do have gas in the gas tank.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how it at least would plausibly look like it's
Just
now.
drive to a gas station and get some gas.
I mean, logically thinking about it, nobody knows that the detective's here. Nobody knows that the bad guy, Mr. Kincaid, came here. So I guess if we just simply put the body in the trunk, closed up shop, turned off the lights, and left, how would anybody know there was anybody to be found here?
Housekeeping.
Yeah. That's right. The janitor came in, or the gardener.
Yeah, well, it's closed down, they said. So I think we're good to go.
I think we are too. So if we need to torch the place, we can always come back later. The only real issue would be to get rid of our own DNA if it's left around. I mean, did you take any damage?
I did.
Okay.
But I bleed internally. I ain't got time to bleed.
Got it. All right, Jesse Ventura. All right, so we'll fix that on the way back then. So let's put the body in the trunk and skedaddle.
Okay.
Where to?
Yes, the next place we're going to have to go to is, I think we should go, well, we can't go back to the house that the Kincaids lived at. We know she's not there.
Well, we do have the location for Collins. He sent us a GPS location. I'm hoping
let's
that
go check him out. See what
yeah,
he
I'm
wants.
hoping it's not a. I'm hoping he's doing it under sort of covert situation where he's sending us the location because he needs us, or he's letting us know. I hope it's not a trap or something, but I guess we'll find out either way. Let's
Right.
go.
All right, let's do that. Here's another question for you. Are you bleeding anywhere?
I took some damage, but I can staunch any of that. It's not critical or anything. I can
I think
cover
we
up.
stop by a local
Well, I have-
pharmacy, Rite Aid or whatever, and patch you up. So it doesn't
Yeah.
look obvious. Maybe get
Does
you a new
the-
shirt.
Does the warehouse have a first aid kit? Can I use that?
We'll say yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll. Since none of it was critical, it was just a little boy's fingernail scratching me. No big deal.
Got it.
And then I'll keep the box that has the other parts. I'll keep those in the back seat, so there's no way in hell they're gonna rumble together and join
Right.
and form. And I'll keep a bunch of the machine parts in there too, as well. So it's not. Yeah. Keep
Okay.
those separated.
So you research the GPS ping, and you see that it looks like there's a location. It's on the
Okay.
east side, on the opposite side of the Providence River.
Is there a bridge that takes us across, or is
There
this
is.
a ferry situation? Okay.
Yeah, as you start going through, you realize that it's taking you to traverse the I-195 eastward where you cross over the river. And then once on the other side, your GPS begins to instruct you to head south on East Shore Expressway. After 3 miles, the GPS directs you to an exit into a strip mall consisting of stores with unusual names. You got Fuchs Homegrown Rice, Hillary's Face and Body Products, Turk's Contractors, and it looks like the GPS ping stops right at your destination, Acquired Taste, which looks to be an antiques dealer.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do we see any cars outside or anything?
You see that there is a car. It looks like a sedan, an older one, black one, looks like a Chrysler.
Refresh my memory. What time is it locally?
It's about 10:30, 10:45.
Okay, so one sedan outside, no other cars. I'm guessing, given the time of day or night, there's not a lot of foot traffic or people wandering around, right?
No, you still have like a real heavy, thick fog that's going on. You really can't see the sky above you.
Okay.
You do notice that all the other buildings, all the lights are off, all the doors are closed, but for some reason, Acquired Taste, the lights are on.
All right. Let's go in and say hi.
Okay. You enter the store, and you see there are all these wonderful antique items. You see old mirrors, you see antique tables and chairs and rugs, different light fixtures hanging all along, and all the lights are on. And then from the back room, coming from behind this red velvet curtain, you see this old man. He's thin and pale looking, and as he starts walking towards you, he says, "Welcome to Acquired Taste." And he has these piercing blue eyes and hair just the color of steel. "May I help you?" And you see he's got a name tag. It says Sergio Domini.
We're looking for Michael Collins. Is he here?
A Collins dresser? We have dressers over here.
And he starts walking towards dressers along the side wall.
This is the Collins dresser. That is the Ukrainian first dresser. You want one of those, you and your husband?
Right. Each, do you happen to have the phone number for Mr. Collins in the phone that you have? Maybe we can just call him.
Collins,
yeah,
Collins
I was going to do that
dresser
quietly.
right here.
Shit. Yeah, I'm just going to call the number again, and I'll turn my back so he's not looking, and I'll call it and see if we hear any kind of ringing.
Goes straight to voicemail.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
Sir, have you ever seen a knife like this? Shows him the wood knife.
May I help?
Yes.
He looks at it. He's just these frail, bony, gnarled hands. It looks like they're just completely enshrouded with arthritis. And he kind of looks at it, turns it over.
Sounds like a metal band.
Shrouded arthritis.
What do you use this for?
Not sure I found it. I was hoping you may be able to tell me.
Tell me dressers over here. They're right against the wall.
Got it. But no help with this knife, huh?
It's not a knife, it's a toy.
I'm gonna be
I'll take it back from him. Thank you.
yeah, I guess so. See if there's anything out here that floats your interest. I'm gonna go see what's back here, and I'm gonna go to where he came out of.
Where are you going? You don't go back there.
Well, I'm just going. I'm not gonna listen.
You're just going without...
Yeah, I'm just gonna go like,
Okay.
oh, this looks great. What's back here? You know, I'll feign ignorance. Is this part of the store?
No, that's private. Where's your husband going? You control your wife.
I'm the husband.
You.
So what do I see when I go through the curtains? Is this am I getting closer to the the pin from the GPS?
No, the pin was just dropped as a location.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if he has an Apple, I can search on maps for his current location, you know?
Okay, hold on a second.
Like the
Are
contact.
you looking in the back room? Or are you doing the nav thing?
I was going to go back there to see if he's back there tied up, you know?
Okay,
But I'm going back there, so.
okay.
Odessa wants to take a look around the store if there's anything that would be of use to a agent of my type, or is this just curios, bric-brac, and relics of nothing?
Well, the store is definitely not nothing. These are all very valuable antiques.
But my point is that these are very valuable antiques for someone who wants an antique. I'm curious only to the point, is there anything there that I would look at and say, oh, that item, that bookshelf, that vase, that bracelet, that whatever, that's something that could be useful or is beyond the veil or something like that. Is there anything in and around I get a feeling from, or you know what I mean?
No, all this stuff just looks like it's very valuable material.
Yeah,
like
just,
whether it's a table or whatnot.
right. Mundane, real antiques, valuable, but not what I would need or
Okay.
be useful for. Got it.
Each.
Yes.
Tell me.
I walk through. Did you say there were curtains?
Yes, it's a large velvet red curtain.
And I will go through there, feigning ignorance, like, oh wow, it's such wonderful stuff. What do you have behind here?
You don't go back. That's private.
As
I've
you
already
walk
gone.
back there, you
Yeah.
see that there's a table. Like it's not an antique table either. It's just like a table from the 80s. The wood top of it's all beat up and whatnot. There's a chair next to it, a bowl of oatmeal looks like on it. But you do see that there are several rugs that are rolled up along the wall. And one of the rugs looks like it's a little wider than the other ones. It's not wrapped as well as it should be.
Okay. I will go over there, and while I say, Mr. Collins, and try to unroll it, I'm going to have my jack blade in one hand. I'm ready to rock if I need to.
Okay.
Adesso?
He calls to you, Adesso, as he's unraveling this thing.
All right, I'll slowly ease my pistol out of my holster inconspicuously as I can as I make my way to the back.
As the things start to unravel the rug, each what you notice is Officer Murray's face inside this thing, completely dead. At the same time, the old man, whose decrepitness belies how quick he actually is, pulls an obsidian blade out and immediately attacks at you, Adesso.
That's a cultist. It's a cultist. He's not going to hit shit. Dandelions.
Hang
Daisies.
on a second.
Peonies.
Each.
Yes.
From inside the storeroom, you notice this, but you don't know what's going on in the main storeroom. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm immediately thumbing the jack blade and looking to. I want to keep an eye on what's the nearest wooden furniture. Should I need to get something, and I'll just go, Collins.
You're met with silence.
Okay, and then Officer Murray again. Who was that?
He was the individual
Collins
that was
talked to.
in the cruiser with Tayback back at the residence. Tayback was watching the door of the Kincaid residence. Murray was the one most likely gave Kershaw a ride to where he needed to go.
Kershaw? The
Dead
he was
detective.
taking him. Yeah, he was taking.
That was the detective. Yeah.
Where was he going before he was going to the Tanner's Goods?
The medical examiner's office.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so we have no idea on Collins. All right, I'm gonna go out and I'll move back out into the room, weapon ready to confront this guy, not knowing what's going on out there. But
Okay, you go out, cross back through the velvet curtain, and you see deeper in the store this old decrepit man stand up to his full upright, about 6.5 feet tall, brandishing this obsidian blade, and goes to attack you, Adesso.
Got it.
kick his ass.
and hits
Ouch.
for 4 points of
Oh,
damage.
fuck. 1d4?
Ow. That really did
No,
hurt.
it's actually more than that, but it has a negative on the back end of it also.
Because
So it does
breaks
so
off,
much
right?
-1.
Got it. All right, that hurt.
Adesso.
Yeah, he's going to taste a little bit of 10 millimeter love here.
And you're point blank, so add 20 to it.
Right on.
And this was the only place open, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Okay, 54 under 60. So
Okay.
that hits. And for a whopping 10 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You shoot this dude's center mass, and he crumples right to the floor.
But is he dead?
He's bleeding out. Red blood.
Okay.
The knife
okay.
falls from his hand. His eyes roll up and glaze over.
Okay, nothing left to do but search for loose change. Of course, I will bandage myself, going, son of a bitch. What the hell with these assholes in the goddamn obsidian blades?
Each steps over the body and moves to the door, flips the sign to close, and locks it.
Store is quiet except for your ears ringing from this 10 mil in close quarters.
Mom. Mom. Okay, Adesso, Officer Murray is back behind the red curtain.
Oh, how is he?
He is no longer alive. He was wrapped in a blanket. I called for Collins. He did not answer. So,
Well, it's this guy just, when you went back there, he grew 6 inches, drew a blade, and stabbed me. Look at this. I'm looking around for a first aid kit.
we can pull the body back so it's not in line with any of the door or window, if possible. Pull a blanket or a carpet and throw it over any blood stains on the ground, and then I'm going to search that back room looking for potentially Collins's phone, or Collins himself. Maybe he's in the shitter.
Okay. Yeah, you search the back room, search the toilet, nothing there. Looking around, pinging your phone to his phone the whole time. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing.
In the bathroom, is there a first aid kit that I can grab for Adesso?
Not really. No. I mean, there's towels and whatnot. Nothing like bacitracin or anything else like that. It's one of those things where you're probably going to have to make something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any rubbing
Yeah,
alcohol or clean
Yeah,
band-
there's cleaning alcohol. There's rubbing alcohol. You notice that there's all kinds of things along the shelves like wood
acetone.
polish and wood preservation, lacquer, stuff like that.
Put some shoe polish on it
Yeah, there we go. Rub some dirt in it.
and set it on fire.
Oh.
What about, okay, so I've searched the back room. Check Sigu Domini. Can check him. Maybe he has the phone on him or something.
Okay. You look around, check his pockets and whatnot. You don't see anything on him either. All you see is a sheath, well worn at his hip. It looks like it's worn scout style,
What's that?
where it's at the horizontal at the lower back.
Oh, okay. Tramp stamp style. That's what I call it.
It worked.
Yeah.
Ironically, he doesn't even have a set of keys on him.
Okay. Is there you said the 1980s desk. Is there a desk with drawers or like a
It's more of a table.
file cabinets or things
Yeah, there's
like that?
a main desk inside on the main side of the velvet curtain. It has a like drawers to that.
Is there a computer or anything like that?
No. Now it looks like everything's done by hand.
And what about like doors leading into other areas? Is it just the back room with the bathroom, or is there a
Yep.
storeroom? Or
No, that's it. It's just like an industrial park where it's just goes straight back. There's no hallways or anything else like that.
Okay. Well, Adesso, we searched the body. I guess there's not much here to check out but the desk.
Yeah.
There's no
Obviously, that's
cabinets
the only thing
or
left.
file cabinets or anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
the-
file cabinets behind the main counter where it looks like there's an old style register
Okay, we'll check desks first, and then file cabinets.
Okay.
See if
As
there's
you're
any
looking,
keys to this place, you know?
as you're looking through, you see that there's a ring of keys. You see that there's a folder in there for a shipping manifest for material that they bring in. As you're looking through, you really don't see any purchase receipts, though.
Like nobody's bought anything today, or?
Correct. Like, there's nothing that shows anybody's ever bought anything at all.
Oh. Just for a goof, I want to check the cash register. Is there any cash in it?
You pop it open, and there's 10 ones, 4 fives, 2 tens, and 120.
Anything underneath, or like no one? I'm thinking if someone bought something expensive with cash, there might be there, you know?
Well, you lift it up, and you see that there's a license to operate, and it says owner, Doran Dalka.
Ah, okay. All right. So, okay, I was hoping that there was no money in the register. Like this place is a complete farce. So there's no records of anyone buying anything.
Correct.
Are there any other kind of files that are in there? Like deeds to this place or rent or anything? Like, is there any of that kind of stuff? Like, is this a legit, they're renting the place from someone, or the deed is Dorandalka's, or like...
You see that there is a lease in there, and it looks like it's been paid up front for 12 months.
Okay. All right, that's what I was kind of getting at. So this is a legit lease for the building and all that.
Are there any other rooms we could check, like a basement or a loft?
No. This is, like I said, this is straight up just an industrial park building.
Gotcha. Anything in the back besides what the rugs?
How did
Just
we
the toilet.
how do we have the location that he pinged? The phone has to be there, right?
No.
How does that work, Tone? Like, I don't... So someone can ping my phone with a location that's...
He sent you a pin of some place.
He just sent me a pin. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so guy who runs it, not the owner, is dead. And we have folders for shipping.
Say that again?
I said what was it, Sergiu?
Yes, Sergiu.
Sergiu Domini. He's not the owner necessarily. He's probably the guy that runs it. But you said it's leased to Doran Dalka. I don't think this is Doran Dalka. And he didn't seem to be a vampire because he was bleeding. He didn't have any like bite marks on his neck or anything. I'd like to double check on the wrist, the neck, the hiney, whatever, where his butt knife is.
No, in fact, he looks pretty pure and old as fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. What are the store hours on this? Can I look at the sign on the door? Like, when do we have to worry about someone coming back in tomorrow?
Ironically,
tomorrow.
it doesn't have any hours.
Okay. So maybe it's like by appointment only, or a fancy pants kind of place, or like I said, it's just a front. They don't
Does our guy have a phone? Or, I'm sorry, the dead dude on the ground, does he have a phone?
We searched him.
No, he doesn't have anything on him other than the
Not
blade.
even keys.
Well, okay. This is dumb. So on the lease, it's registered to Dalka, right?
Yes, Doran Dalka.
Does it have like an address or PO box or something?
It does have an address.
Okay.
Hang on, let me turn this light
666 Mockingbird Lane, whatever the Herman
down. Was that
Munster
the Munsters?
Yeah, something like that.
It has him set up at 4551 East Rochester Lane.
Is that Rhode Island?
Rooster Lane.
Yes, that is in Rhode Island.
Okay. Well, I guess that's going to be our next stop. Does the business itself have a phone, like a landline?
No, it doesn't.
Old timey phone on the wall.
Yeah, that's what I was
Operator 692.
thinking. Yeah. This is amazing. Okay. So this guy's got no phone. The business got no phone. No operating hours. How does anybody do any business with these guys? Okay, so...
Well, it's there for something else than making money from tourists.
Yeah, here's a problem. Everything in there looks legit. It's all just antiques, valuable antiques. Quite expensive to put this place up because you could have used anything, like a whole bunch of IKEA furniture if you were just worried about a front. But somebody spent some time and effort on this. which means
That's what
that
I was-
it's a long-term investment, you would think.
Well, that's what I was saying. Maybe it's for certain people that by special appointment, if some of these items have any mystical properties or anything like that, or it's just
Right.
at a very fancy front that, like Needful Things, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has the fancy store with no fucking price tags on it or whatever, and it's for
No,
special
I get that. It's
items
just
for
that-
special people.
Even how would anybody even make an appointment? How would this guy even know to be there? He has no ways of communicating with him.
So I'm saying it's probably like a front, just it's bullshit.
I got you. All right, so
Well, I guess we go there. It's nighttime though. We're going to be going at the vampires' fucking prime time hours. I'm going to stop by fucking Gino's and get an extra garlic pizza before we go over there.
yeah.
Not because that'll hurt him, but just because I'm hungry and garlic's good.
That sounds like a good
4511
idea.
East Rochester. Shit. Okay.
Let's go to the address on the lease. There's nothing else to do. We've got nothing here.
Yeah, we still got the kid in the car.
Yeah, he's fine. Oh, wait, speaking of which, is there anything we could more securely wrap the body in here that may be of use to us?
Blankets.
Rugs.
Yeah. Rugs. Ooh, good call. Got a
What
rug.
do we do have the body of Officer Murray. I completely spaced. I want to check out Murray and see what happened to him.
Okay.
Is he shot, killed, stabbed by the obsidian blade, vampire bites?
So you open up the rug, and you see that it looks like he was stabbed in the chest, and it looks like it severed his aorta valve.
Oh.
His gun is still on his hip. His keys are still in his pocket. Everything about him's still there. The car's not.
Except his life.
Yeah. Did the keys match the car in the parking lot?
They do not.
All right, so we'll put everything back. Okay.
I was going to say the keys that were in the desk would match the keys to the car that's out front.
Okay. All right, let's go and
We should check that car.
yep, let's check the car. Let's put our good officer friend back in his rug and put it in the corner for now. We should take one of those extra rugs so we can wrap our young friend in there. So it's a little more. You know, he's fine in the tarp, right? We don't need to worry about it. Yeah, we don't need to do anything. So we're good. All right, let's go check the car outside.
Okay. You look inside, and it smells like old man. You look inside the glove box. You see that there's a registration. It's registered to Doran Dalka, address 4551 East Rochester Lane. Insurance, same. Look in the trunk, spotless. Everything about the car just spotless, but just old.
Okay. Flip down the visor real quick. Any kind of key to a house up there, maybe? Or
No, you do see a picture, though, of this old man, but he was much younger, and he's sitting next to a young man in his 30s. They both have dark hair, piercing eyes, but you could definitely tell that the individual on the right is the one that you killed in the store.
okay, anything on the back, like all my love to Seagu or whatever, Sergu? No?
No, you flip it over, and you just see it says 1952.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. Well, does the other young man in the picture look like this could be a brother, twin?
They look similar, same dark features, look to be the same age. But the
Okay.
picture's black and white.
All right. Well, I'm going to, I guess, take the picture. I don't know why, but seems like this could come in handy for something. Maybe Dalka is this guy. I don't know. It just seems like some old-timey picture. That's a good clue if it's a mystery movie. Okay. Well, I guess we're on our way to 4511 Mockingbird Lane.
4551.
Yes.
Do.
So, you pump the address into the GPS and start making your way there. And it leads you further east away from Providence River. And you start seeing that a lot of the businesses give way to rural homes. And then the homes begin to get more and more sparsely scattered about. Eventually, you're directed onto the East Shore Expressway, and after about 5 miles, you exit onto Forbes Street. At this point, the fog seems to stick to your car as you drive along this winding rural road, and your headlights are the only illumination around at this point. You do see that there are many leafless trees that line the road, making a sort of barrier and preventing you from deterring away from whatever your destination must be. The road comes to an end, depositing you before a large 3-story dwelling. And even at this hour, all the lights are on, and they have an eerie, diffused glow to them. You see that there's a sports car on the White Rock driveway with an off-road SUV parked behind it. As you exit your car, you hear 2 things. 1, the SUV's motor is still running. And 2, you hear someone yelling from the 3rd-story balcony. You can just make out a man with blonde hair and a beard to match. His back is arched over the railing, and his throat is gripped by a man dressed in black with dark hair. And he's holding him over this railing. Make an observation check.
I failed mine.
30 under 75.
Odesso, you can just make out a woman standing at the doorway leading out onto the balcony, dressed all in white. And from the man being held over the balcony, you hear Michael Collins scream, "Damn you, Dalka! Damn your soul for what you've done to me! For what you've done to Beatrice!" The man holding him says, "I did nothing more than either of you sought. She died giving birth to my child, and you'll die knowing she did so willingly. Liliana, witness me." At that point, the one called Doran Dalka releases his grip, and you see Michael Collins fall 3 stories down. His head explodes in a fountain of crimson mist on the pavers in front of the estate, right in front of the open front door. And I will see you next session.
Damn, Skip.
Awesome.
All right.
So he had long hair and a beard. Did Collins have that?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if
Yeah,
he
he
was
had,
like
he had
aging
long,
him or
longest
something.
blonde hair with a full beard.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember if he.
Why don't you just put in that you'll do this on the way back? Because look at it this way. And I'm going to cut all this out. If you start a fire that's right off of the Providence River in a warehouse that's
Everybody's gonna
bracketed
come.
by other buildings, then all these other buildings, the ones that are doing things at midnight and shit like that, they're going to see that. It's going to bring everybody there. Right now, no shots. Well, take that back. A few shots been fired. But for the most part, nobody knows what's going on here.
Well,
Like, you could have 20 fucking bodies in this place. The building is closed. The business is closed. Nobody's looking here. The only person
Bad
that was
cops.
going to come here is dead.
Right. Well, no one
And
else.
the guy who
in
owns the
region?
place is dead. And the
Yeah.
cop who's the only one who followed him here is dead.
That's what I'm
Now
saying.
I'm
There's-
wondering, do we even need to place this thing on fire?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even, you're spending too much time here doing this. Just put the body in the car and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Right.
Yeah. You say all that, Tone.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora Radio, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, be sure to leave us that 5-star rating and review. Don't forget about our YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20. So if you're into watching and you want to help support this show, then head on over and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the show out. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to look for us there and check us out. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can download the current show directly, pick and choose past shows from our archives, or view our galleries. We've got a lot of stuff posted over there, so check us out. And finally, join us on our Patreon at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next time, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.